Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. In motion, Hill. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Now Tua going to change the play. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Falcon football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Willis will look to throw it. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Willis looks to pass it here. This is caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Third and goal, Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brock Bowers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Pushing through the contact. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Dolphins 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's third down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Go ahead.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, here's Willis. He'll dump this off to Achane. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And able to get this to the 31. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. Willis looking to throw it. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd down and 4. Willis. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tua going to throw. Forced out to his left.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On 1st down, back to Achane.
And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Thornton, the motion man right. Back to throw, Willis. Right side, Thornton with it.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Now 3rd down and 7. Back to throw, Willis.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now Willis to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
He will push his way down to about the 14. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Willis.
Flushed out right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Malik Willis scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And going deep for Hill.
And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Anthony Schwartz in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Last play of the half, Willis. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Option handoff now to Achane.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Here's Willis. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he gets this to Thornton.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Willis to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Now Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Out of the gun, here's again to Achane.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Devon Achane. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Dolphins 17.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll dive in, and he's got a full extension. What a catch.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced him.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ready, out!
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this.
Here's 2nd and 10.
21G. Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
In motion, Hill. Play action. Now it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throw caught by Achane. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyquan Thornton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. To throw, here's Willis. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the act,
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, 21 T8, get set.
Here's Tua. That's out wide here for Robinson. So nothing doing there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Robinson. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To the right side and intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Willis. Rolling to his right. He's into space past the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
To throw, here's Willis. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Coup now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 52, Dolphins 17. Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
All right. Cover 2.
On play action, here's Tua. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Willis looking to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.